What would be the best steps for them to prepare?
A lot of people are aware that they do need to make this change. They're laying in bed thinking about it. They're laying in bed at night and they're looking up at the ceiling and they're either dreading what they need to do tomorrow, or they know that they're underpaid and undervalued, or they know they're not being recognized for the work that they're doing, or any number of other things. So they're already thinking these things. They're just not using what they're thinking to motivate them and drive them forward. And I think that's where I come in, and I generally start helping the people pay attention to those really signposts. The things that you're laying in bed thinking about that are keeping you up at night, those are signposts. They're pointing you in the direction. And it's really having the, like you said, confidence to take that first step. And the first step is not applying for jobs, or even worse, quitting your current job. The first step is really exploration and excavation. The first step is exploring those interests and those ideas that are keeping you up at night. So if you're in a role for a long time and you're dreading the work, what is it about the work that you're dreading? Let's dig into that. Let's start looking at and analyzing your experience and understanding what about that don't you like? And what about that do you like? Like, what things do you continue to do that you want to continue to do? So peeling back the layers of the onion, so to speak. Or similarly, if you're lying in bed at night and you're thinking about how I'm underpaid and how I could be making more money, let's explore that. Let's understand what it is that you're doing and what the real market value of that is. And I think as people dig into these areas and really start peeling back the layers, they quickly recognize that, oh, I can do this. I really have the ability to do this. And then it's just pushing them over the edge, getting them to go past the point of no return where they take that first initial step. And usually these little steps that we take of exploring what life might look like in a new role, or uncovering the skills that we really want to continue to use and the skills that we want to leave behind, that kind of builds its own momentum and carries you forward. So it's starting with the small things first. And then before you know it, you look back and you're like, wow, look at how far I've come. And that's that light bulb moment is what I really enjoy.
Wow, you just blew my mind with that. I realize how many people are unhappy in their current jobs and they've been doing the same thing over and over again. And they compromise with
Mhm.
themselves every day because of security, because they think if I keep doing this, it gives me security and I don't want to give up my security. So they rather suppress these feelings. And if anyone listening is in this situation right now, I strongly encourage you to reach out to Brian and have a conversation with him about this, because as you have heard, there is much to explore there and you do have opportunities, and that's so liberating just to know that there are options. You don't need to be stuck in that place. That's amazing.
You really nailed it, Mike. Yeah, it is a compromise. We make these compromises. We sacrifice what we think is safety and security and stability for what could be a really powerful, invigorating, meaningful, impactful future. And we just need to take the time to look at it in that way, instead of looking at it as, oh, if I do explore this, I'm risking everything. Looking at it, flipping that on its head and saying, if I don't explore this, what am I losing out on? What am I going to miss out on? If I don't explore this, what am I sacrificing? And it's really looking at things through that new lens that it is, as you described, liberating. It really is.